to be increased. In order to accommodate the increased traffic that the Moran redevelopment project will generate, the city plans on improving access to the Moran Plant site by utilizing Depot Street. Aside from needing to renovate street access, increased traffic on this scale will increase vehicle pollution in the city, which will have an impact on residents' health. The city states that traffic to and from the Moran Center would not have a significant effect on levels of congestion, delay, safety, and pedestrian and bicycle access in the study area, and can be accommodated with relatively low cost, easy to implement transportation projects. This proposal will generate less traffic than the previous YMCA proposal. Parking needs are less than what was proposed with the YMCA and could be accommodated on site and with every effort to minimize the impact of parked vehicles on the waterfront. I'm currently awaiting my copy of the Greater Burlington YMCA traffic impact analysis from CEDO. But if Ice Factor brings in 138,000 people a year, as founder Jamie Smith estimates, the number of people going to the YMCA could be eclipsed. The city has not done its homework, so Burlington residents cannot gain a clear picture of what will be involved financially, environmentally, or traffic impact of this project. A business teacher suggested that the city complete a 5-year budget plan for this project before voters vote on it. And that seems like a prudent thing to do, considering that this building will become a permanent fixture on the waterfront.
Thanks, Jessica. And so it comes down to this. We believe the city's plan is too large and too expensive, and it disregards the 86% of Burlington voters that voted for a waterfront park in a 2006 ballot survey.
The city's plan also disregards the significance of the granite Moran sculpture, which was a result from the International Sculpture Symposium that took place on the shores of Lake Champlain in 1990. The focus of the international collaboration, which consisted of 11 established sculptors, was man and the natural environment, ecology, environmental change, cultural life, and the history of the region. The Moran sculpture preserved a footprint on the waterfront in hopes that it would never be developed. As stated in the Burlington City Arts Art in Public Places Walking Art Tour, available at Burlington City Arts. It is certainly ironic that 18 years later, this unique sculpture may be removed to make room for development. Therefore, the Green Democratic Alliance is announcing that the Moran sculpture is a symbol of our campaign to save this portion of the waterfront from the city's large-scale redevelopment plan.
Okay, so we'll take questions. Anyone that has any questions, they can put those forth at this time.
I had a question about the cost. You talked about it being $2.5 million for traditional demolition, suggesting that a green demolition would be less, but I didn't get a price tag on what you thought that would be.
Well, we don't have a price tag on what a smart demolition project would cost compared to traditional demolition. What we would like is the city to explore those costs. You know, since they spent all this time exploring a redevelopment plan, we'd like to get an idea, you know, more about demolition, because no one's ever brought up a smart demolition, which is also known as deconstruction, before that I remember. And from what I have found, it can be 30 to 50% less. And the city could also seek grants for demolition. They could actually seek grants for traditional demolition as well. So we don't know. We want the city to explore that.
You cited the cost for construction for demolition, but that's almost 2 years old now.
Yeah, it's almost 2 years old.
And those costs have just risen inexorably. Do you have a current estimate?
We don't, and we actually got the current estimate from CEDO. CEDO is saying it's about 2.5 million for traditional demolition if you were to look on their website. So